Yefim Shubentsov is a simple Russian immigrant. He's not a doctor or a guru, but thousands of people swear this man is a miracle worker. From alcoholism to cigarettes, he claims to have a 98% success rate treating addictions. And our Phil Schuman reports Yefim keeps his secret in the palm of his hand.
He's called the Mad Russian, the Poof Doctor. With a wave of his hands and what sounds like a sneeze, this man called Yefim is said to be able to erase in just minutes the bad habits people have formed over a lifetime.
I remove desire. I can erase in your mind whatever you want.
In his thick Russian accent, Yefim insists that one 3-hour session in his Brookline, Massachusetts classroom will cure anyone of what ails them: overeating, smoking, phobias, even chronic pain.
Along the spine, right in the middle.
And he does it all with words and his hands, but those hands never actually touch you. Mary Sykord lost 50 pounds after a visit to Yefim.
He has this power to erase these particular foods that were a weakness for me.
The healer helped Chef Robin Hawley quit smoking after 40 years.
He sort of like radiates energy through his hands. Almost like a magician.
Yefim claims there's nothing mystical about his methods. He credits a science called bioenergetics. He says he's able to physically manipulate the invisible electric force field that surrounds every person's body. He says he even transforms the energy in the brain back to its original form, the way it existed before a person, say, became addicted to cigarettes.
And I can feel it physically, so I give you more strong signal back.
Even Harvard University has studied Yefim.
He was being observed by some of our most skeptical medical and psychological staff.
Dr. Douglas Powell says after 6 months of observation, Harvard couldn't explain how Yefim heals, but they did answer the most important question: does it work?
I would say yes, it did work.
Extra decided to put Yefim to the test by sending him smoker and self-described cynic Amy Cohen. She smoked for 16 years, tried everything to quit, the patch, gum, even hypnosis. None of it worked, and she didn't expect much from Yefim either.
I don't have very many expectations of somebody healing me or believing in people curing me.
Outside Yefim's office, Amy had what, if this worked, would be her very last cigarette. She then sat through a 3-hour lecture.
I'm talking excellent advice.
He talked about having this power of transforming his energy and being able to erase my memory of smoking.
Then it was time for Amy's moment of truth.
He tells you to sit down in front of him, you know, put your hands relaxed on your lap, close your eyes and think about smoking. And I heard a noise that sounded something like this.
Immediately afterwards, Amy says she felt odd.
For some strange reason, I feel like I'm not going to smoke. I threw away my cigarettes.
Extra check back with Amy 10 days after that session. She was no longer a skeptic because she was no longer a smoker.
I'm totally in awe of the guy, you know, and what he did to me.
So how did it work?
I have no idea what it was. I'm just not smoking.
I don't smoke. But if I was to light this cigarette, I mean, literally have it right in front of you, does it tempt you?
It doesn't affect me. It smells worse than it used to smell, but I don't have the craving.
Well, however you did it, good for you, Amy. Yefim claims he's not in it for the money. He charges $65 for the first session, and if your cravings or fears return, he says he will see you for free as many times as you need. A night on the